What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Nash here. Welcome back to the channel. Now, before we get started with today's video, excuse me. Excuse me. The road to 200 subs has now come to a close, and we are now 232 subs away from hitting 500 subs. And who knows, maybe we might hit 500 subs by the end of the year. Only time will tell. But as I have said in previous videos, if this channel does get to 500 subs, I will open up this Korean LOB booster box in its entirety on the channel that I got from my partners over at Collector Store. So be sure to check them out. Link and address will be in the description below. By checking them out, not only does it support them, it also supports the channel, and I would greatly appreciate it. On the hopes to potentially pull a Blue Eyes White Dragon, a Dark Magician, a Red Eyes Black Dragon, a Piece of Exodia, Monster Reborn, Pot of Greed. The possibilities are out there. However, if this channel gets to 1,000 subs, I will open up this first edition Toon Chaos box in its entirety on the channel that I also got from my partners over at Collector Store, on the hopes to potentially pull a collector's rare out of this set. But with that being said, if you guys want to see these boxes get opened, maybe you guys want more episodes of WWE's Biggest Issue, maybe you guys want more episodes of Yu-Gi-Oh's Biggest Issue, deck profiles, card discussions, WWE topic videos, or maybe, just maybe, you guys want some premium live event predictions and results. Well, if you guys want all that and more, my channel is the place to be. So if you guys are new to the channel, and I know that a lot of you guys are, because more than 80% of you guys are watching the content, but you guys are not even subscribed. And to top it all off, we got to get more women to watch the content as well. So if you guys are watching the content, you like the content, and you want more of the content, but you guys have not subscribed as of yet, then make sure you guys do indeed subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, smash that thumbs up button on this video, and as always, make sure you guys are following me on all of my social media. All of my ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And I want you guys to post in the comments below answering the question of the day, which basically ties with today's video. But the question of the day is this: After his actions on SmackDown this past Friday, has Kevin Owens gone too far? Or do you believe Kevin Owens was right the whole time? Let me know down in the comments below. And for today's video, we have some unfortunate news regarding the Viper, the Apex Predator, Randy Orton. After the heinous attack by Kevin Owens on Randy this past Friday on SmackDown. WWE actually took to X yesterday and said that Randy Orton has been diagnosed with a cervical cord neuropraxia following the vicious attack on SmackDown from Kevin Owens, and there is no timetable on his return. Now, for those who have no idea about the cervical cord neuropraxia, basically what this is, it is, if I can look it up, here we are, let's see here, it is a, if I can find something, here we are. So it's basically kind of like a trauma, like a form of like here we are. Cervical cord neuropraxia is a transient neurological deficit resulting from trauma to the cervical spine. Most symptoms resolve in adults within 15 minutes, and however may last much longer in children. The association of cervical cord neuropraxia with cervical stenosis has been shown in many series in adults, but has not been well demonstrated in children. Initial management should include immobilization, clinical exam, and radiographic evaluation. Adults that do return to their sport have at least a 50% risk of recurrence, whereas the risk of recurrence in children has not yet been established. So it's basically it's basically the nerves in the spinal cord, if you will, just get triggered, basically. And with with things like this, people usually get out of action recovery time. I believe usually you're out of action for at least about a few months at best. But given the fact that Randy just had double fusion back surgery and was out for literally a year and a half. One can argue that he could end up being out of action. He could be away from WWE for a maximum of about 5 months, at best. So it is possible that he could miss WrestleMania, but at the same time, if the recovery goes pretty well, he could end up only be gone for maybe a few months. It's kind of hard to say, but the way it happened was the fact that Kevin Owens kept trying to speak. Kevin Owens hit Randy Orton with a pile driver, which there's a reason why that move was banned in WWE for so many years. It's because of that reason. Because of the fact that it can trigger your C4, your C5, and your C6 vertebrae, right in the neck area, and it can also rupture potentially about 4 or 5 discs in your spine, which can put you out of action completely for a maximum of a year, maybe even 2 at the max. 5 to 7 months if you're lucky. If you're lucky and they operate on time, about 6 or 7 months. And it's weird because we've seen it happen to a lot of superstars over the years in WWE. We saw this happen to Stone Cold Steve Austin, involving his rivalry with the late great Owen Hart. We saw it happen to John Cena, but I'm surprised that Cena was able to recover from that type of injury against CM Punk. I don't know how the hell he was able to survive that, but still. it's happened to a lot of people. And the weird thing is, it was used quite a bit, not just in the old WWE days, but also in the days of ECW, when they would host the shows, in cities like Philly and New York, and in venues, like the 2300 Arena, or the ECW Arena, the Hammerstein Ballroom. Um, it would happen a lot, even in WCW and TNA. A lot of these big, a lot of these like a lot of these big promotions, they always they always found some way to implement a pile driver. But I'm surprised that that Kevin Owens decided to use it now. And in my opinion, I think he in my opinion, I think he went too far. I think Kevin Owens went way too far with this, and I'm not entirely sure if I'm not entirely sure what SmackDown GM Nick Aldis is gonna do about it. I don't even know what Triple H is gonna do about it. But for those who don't know, they were both Kevin and Randy were slated to slated to face off at Crown Jewel at Crown Jewel, not yesterday, but last Saturday. But unfortunately, that did not happen, as Kevin Owens interrupted Randy's entrance, and they just beat the hell out of each other all throughout the building in Riyadh. And it just escalated. And with this injury that Randy just suffered, it could potentially lead to retirement, which I mean, honestly, I get that nobody wants to see that happen to Randy. Not even myself. Not even I want to see that. But when you think about it on the surface, to be fair, this all started, when Roman Reigns came back at SummerSlam, and Cody was, had constantly been helping Roman Reigns fend off against Solo and his bloodline. And it just escalated really quickly right after Bad Blood, when Roman and Cody defeated Solo and Jacob Fatu at Bad Blood. Because as soon as Bad Blood went off the air, Cody Rhodes was about to enter his bus, and we saw from a fan posted on X and on Instagram of Kevin Owens beating the hell out of Cody in front, literally outside of Cody's own bus. And obviously that led to Kevin Owens getting suspended. And Randy approved, in a way, Cody teaming with Roman, and Kevin thought that both Cody and Randy had betrayed Kevin. But I don't see it that way. The way I see it, it's the old adage. It's the old adage of the enemy of my enemy is my friend. And I feel like as if Kevin Owens might have gone way too far. I think, in my opinion, he needs to be suspended indefinitely. I think, and I don't know. It's hard to say at this point. With Survivor Series coming up in a couple of weeks, there's really no telling what we can expect, and there's also no telling like how far Kevin Owens is willing to go. Like right now, I could totally see Cody Rhodes wanting to face Kevin Owens at Survivor Series. 100%. I could totally see it. But at this point now, it comes down to what's next. You know, what is Kevin Owens going to do next, and what is Nick Aldis going to do about it? And the way I see it, there's really no telling. Um, but again, with this injury, there's really no telling how long he'll be out for. But I can honestly say that yes, Kevin Owens has gone way too far. Something needs to happen, and I don't know. I honestly don't know. And it's weird because there have been a lot of rumors going around that Kevin's contract with WWE is slated to expire literally within the next like several weeks, and there hasn't been any news on whether or not Kevin Owens has re-signed with WWE. So, excuse me. Ooh, sorry. Excuse me, guys. Anyway, there have been a lot of chatter that that he's actually not going to re-sign with WWE. There's been a lot of chatter about that, but who knows? But I will say that Kevin Owens is gonna be there is gonna be a lot of hell to pay for Kevin Owens, and it's gonna be interesting to say the very least. But I think the way I see it, Survivor Series, Cody versus Kevin Owens. I say make it happen. But again, I want your guys' honest opinion about this whole thing. Has Kevin Owens gone too far, or is Kevin Owens right the whole time? Let me know down in the comments below, and that'll do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel and you guys want more WWE topic videos in the future, then make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and as always, make sure you guys are following me on all of my social media. All of my ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.